Hi, welcome to the Old World Energy Grid Tuning, where we try to work toward amplifying, activating, restoring, recharging, renewing, repairing the Old World Grid and all the components of it, including this would include the ley lines all across the earth. It would include the waters all across the earth, the sky clock energies, the earth. It would include the old world buildings, the water that was part of those, the rivers, lakes, canals, above ground and below ground. It would include the mindset of the people then and now, and our ancestors in between, and the several different perhaps resets or other organizations or generations as things move and change and flow through life. And it would include the trees, the giant trees, the big trees, the current trees we have now. The waters would also include the bridges, canals, and highways and fountains. The buildings would include the form, shape, structure, materials, the sounds, the colors, the cymatics, the tech, the statues or carvings. It would include the parts of the buildings that have been removed as well. And the buildings also include the mounds, pyramids, star forts, new buildings that were built on where the old buildings used to be or where there was none on the ley lines. It would include where the old world used to be, but is now amusement parks or cemeteries or sports complexes or golf courses or zoos, because all those are very prevalent along there and have their own purpose of why they were constructed where they were. And so we'll also clear the land surrounding the buildings up to 10 miles away. We'll clear the ancestors, those who lived in the old world buildings, those who may have been part of building them, and we'll help clear what energies need to clear so they can transition. And we'll also remove or release and transmute negative spiritual, mental, and emotional energies, entities, and energy forms. And we'll activate this electric grid that we're all connected with. So thank you for being here. Please like and subscribe so that other people can find this old world tuning. I do the tuning on every full moon or as close to it as I can get with my schedule. And we're just glad you're here to be part of it. And I have a video here so you can watch, and I look at it occasionally too. It helps stir things and so that we can clear them. And so as you listen, join your intentions with us to activate, amplify, repair, restore, reconnect all the components of the grid. And these are the components that I had went through a little bit ago: the ley lines, trees, waters, buildings, mindset, and the energy grid, and as well as entities or energy forms. And if you're interested, if you are either an energy worker or if you are a person with love for the old world and the grid and restoring it, and if you know the power of your intentions or want to know them and know that we're powerful with our intentions and that we can do this, then please let me know, and you can be part of us, joining us on live. I do have several friends that have been part of this at different times, but all their schedules have gotten busier. And so I would certainly welcome new ones to join me to help with this and just be part of it and be part of something important, or what I feel is very important. So I'm going to get started here. Just using the 144 to tap into all the energies. like knocking on the door, announcing that we're here, announcing that we're our intentions, and our intentions are for the highest good of all. And if, as we tune these parts of the grid, the tuning is for the public places. If there's any private places and the individuals, the spirits of those individuals or the souls of those individuals are not willing to be part of it, then the universe knows and they will be omitted from the tuning. So we just want the highest good of all for our spiritual growth and healing, for the highest good of us and the ancestors, the earth, our children, the sky clock, all those parts of the grid, and the universe as a whole. So we'll start with the ley lines all across the earth. Full of what we would call unpleasant emotions. There's sadness, but there's frustration, disappointment, great disappointment. Pain and hurt. And so we'll clear all the negative energies, entities, and energy forms from all the ley lines all across the earth, as well as the pain and fear and hurt caused by these negative energies. At different times through this, I'll be using angelic feng shui for the angels to do the clearing, and I'll be using a spirit language, the words that spirit gives me, in flowing with those. It just comes automatically through me, and I'm not going to hide it, and it just becomes part of the clearing. And if you feel yourself burping, hiccuping, coughing, yawning, those things are all energy clearing from your body as we're doing this. Energy clearing around you, perhaps, could be from ancestors that you're associated with or have been associated with your ancestors. Now we'll tune the oceans, all the waters, the oceans, rivers, lakes, fountains, canals, bridges, highways, railroads, all those above and below ground. That are all, we're part of the old world energy grid in any way. And we'll run angelic feng shui of all of these waters. And with all the angelic feng shui times that I initiate that here, we ask then the angels to run these clearings 10,000 times. way past the end of the session. There's people here that ancestors that I feel that are part of the waters. Perhaps they were the ones covered by the waters when water covered the earth, or when the mud flood covered the earth, or the waters where dams were and canals and things were put in so that it flooded certain areas to hide the old world architectures. For those listening, not all pictures in the video are direct images of the old world or components of it, but I use them as symbols or representatives of the parts of the grid. Pulling away energies, pulling away the pain and fear and heartache. And now we'll tune the trees, the giant trees, the big trees and our trees today. And now we'll tune the buildings, the forms, shape, structure, materials, the sound, the color, the cymatics, the technology, the statues, the carvings, all the parts of the grid. And this would include the mounds, the pyramids, the star forts, the new buildings on the site, the amusement parks, cemeteries, sports complexes, and golf courses and zoos that all exist on the sites of the old world, as well as the old world buildings that are still standing. And just like we tuned the water above ground and below ground, we'll tune the buildings above ground and below ground, including the tunnels and many levels of the basements. Clearing what needs to be cleared. And of the negative spiritual, mental, and emotional energies, entities, and energy forms, we're clearing them from the buildings and from ourselves, from the waters, trees, and all these parts. If they're ready to transition and return to the oneness and be full of the positive energies, then they can be transmuted to do so. If they're not willing or ready for that, then may they find a place that's not close to any of people or the old world buildings. And the angels will take those entities or energies to the best place for them to be. Lots of dissonance in the tone. I'm hearing from ancestors that had lived in the buildings and how hard they tried to maintain the mindset of God, so to speak, the mindset of abundance and free will as long as they could. And they wish for us the same now. And now we'll tune or transmute all the energies from the parts of the buildings that are no longer in the buildings. It's like that was their purpose, and until the grief and loss or anger, or whatever the emotion happens to be of each one, until those are cleared, then they can't be at peace or find a new purpose. And from what I experienced, this includes the individual, particles that have returned to the earth or the ether. They too need it. feel strength is building from all the tunings that we've done. We started last August and have done this on every full moon. Strength of the energies, these energies in the universe, strength of the grid, strength of the ancestors. It's building, growing. And I know that each person that loves the old world and is talking about it or doing videos about it or posting on social media about it, all these are growing the grid. All these are growing the mindset of the abundance and free will that needs to return to the world. And now we'll tune the land surrounding the buildings up to 10 miles away from each structure. I feel it spreading out, expanding the energy to cleanse the buildings, to cleanse the land. The land holds the emotions of the ancestors who live there, and so do the buildings. And now we'll attune the ancestors that want to be tuned, that were part of the old world, who lived in the buildings. Maybe those who helped build them. Or clear what they need to clear to transition into the oneness, to return there, to complete their journey. Giving thanks to the angels for clearing what needs to be cleared. And now we'll clear the crystalline energy that connects everything. Giving thanks to this dome, to the energy grid. To the parts of the sky clock. To the earth. And to each of us now, the connection between heaven and earth. And we'll bring in healing using the 432. Harmony and healing. Ya is the vowel sound associated with the heart. And we're healing the hearts of all these parts of the grid. This is for a DNA repair, tuning our ancestors, the ancestors of the old world buildings, and our ancestors, and us, and our children, and their children, and their children forever. wanted to add something. We watch several channels that talk about the old world, and most of the time, the word reset is used in a bad way, or a way that people wouldn't want, that they're resetting society or resetting the globe and things to, not the globe, resetting the plane. Old habits die hard, and resetting the things so that it does not work in our favor, that it harms us more or puts us back more, holds us back from what our mission is, or fulfilling our heart's, spirit's desires. But think, my husband and I were talking about this the other day, and he was pointing out how, if each of us in our own lives, we have to work diligently and to progress in life. We have to put in the effort. We have to learn about things. We have to have a continual step forward in the right direction to continue stepping forward. And when we stop, then it's easy, say like exercising. If you, or everybody's the 1st of January wants to start, so many people will start their New Year's resolutions, and you have this list of most of them are exercising or dieting changes of different kinds. And so you start on these, and you go and go and go, and then life gets busier, and you slowly, drop those, and then you're right back where you started eventually in a few weeks. Nothing's changed, and will even get worse if you're not aware of continuing at least the amount that you're doing that's good for yourself. And so it seems like the general rule of thumb then, if the forward motion is not, if the pressure is not put on to continue this forward motion, then we begin or continue the spiral downward. And so if that's the case with the old world and how things have worked concerning the old world, maybe the resets were the ancestors doing what they could to stop the downward spiral and to set on a different foundation, that maybe the trajectory could be a little different, and maybe the spiral wouldn't continue as much. It's just a thought, and see if that makes any sense to you. That maybe all the resets weren't bad. And ooh, this is the vowel sound for the sacral. Ooh, and the sacral is our chakra center for our worthiness, knowing our worthiness. It's for our co-creatorship. It's our body and our mind working together in sensuality, sensitivities, our senses, bringing up passions and desires that flow to our heart. And giving thanks now to the ancestors of these old world buildings, perhaps the angels that were there that built the buildings to start with. Just giving them thanks, the ones that worked for the highest good, the ones that helped, did what they could to help in any way. Those who had the mindset of the abundance and truth and free will. We give you great thanks. And the ancestors and angels in the oneness, we give you thanks and ask for your guidance and direction. Your hope and support. And we'll just do figure 8 here to add communication and coordination with all the energy systems together that make up the grid, from the past to the future. And please hold the intention for the grid, and I will amplify our intention again here. Amplify the intention of each of us here to restore the grid to its great abundance, and to zip each of us up from toe to crown to protect us from negative mindsets and energies, and to connect our ascending flow with the joy of those in the oneness. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, if you're interested in helping, please let me know in some way. And if you would, please like if you haven't, and help the channel grow so that others could find this too. And I'll see you on the next full moon. Bye-bye.